going on, YouTube? It's your boy Demon Killer Scorp here with another episode of Reactor Radio. The one and only J-Rock will not be present today. He started a new job, so congratulations to J-Rock. Stay working hard. But as promised, we have the debut of our second host, main host, Anthony Knight. How you living, man?
Yo,
how you living?
I am good, Demon. I am good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just chilling, bruh. And not only do we have Anthony, but we also have our first ever special guest, Mr. Chainsaw Reacts. He is the lead admin for the Reactors League. How you doing, Chainsaw? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing good. I'm here to crash the show. That's what I'm
Yeah.
Well, we welcome it. We welcome it, man.
Yes.
All right, so I guess the first thing we could do is I'm pretty sure that Chainsaw's, let me know that he wanted to recap or touch on a little bit about last episode. So I guess we could do that first.
That's fine.
Because I'm pretty sure that things got a little out of hand on the Facebook page. So
a little bit. Essentially, what I wanted to touch on was that I feel like talking to you, Ryan, and talking to Billy about what was said on here and what was said publicly on the Facebook group, I feel like the situation in general, not blaming 100% on you or him, I feel like it was handled poorly. And I feel like that maybe some people's feelings were hurt and some things were said that maybe they didn't feel like they ultimately don't feel it. But at the time they were just so mad or upset that they said some things. And I feel like it was just a situation that could have been handled privately. But I mean, everything's good now. Nothing's like happening behind the scenes as far as I know. I mean, shit. There's no telling what's happening.
No, everything is pretty good.
Billy made up. Me and Billy made up.
That's
so
good.
yeah, me and Billy are friends again. And by the way, Billy, I want to make the public apology right now. I wasn't trying to put anyone on blast. I was just trying to tell things from my point of view. So Billy, if you're listening, I deeply apologize if I hurt you. Wasn't my intention at all, man. So my bad about that, bro.
And that's good that you're doing that. I feel like that it's good for you to publicly say that. And I feel like I did see Billy's post about how he is back on board supporting this. And I mean, this is a great idea. I really do think that. That's why I'm on here.
Right.
I think that just that little part of it was just a little bit blown out of proportion. Some things were said, but I mean, I was really upset that day when it all happened. But I mean, now I look back on it as a lesson. We can learn from this and move forward and understand that spats and stuff that go on either publicly or privately shouldn't bleed out into the group is basically what I'm coming across. Anthony did a smart move on his part by making a post about it, simply saying keep stuff private, because I was, all honesty, I was an inch away from pulling Reactor League admin, like top guy shit that I didn't want to do. I wasn't threatening to kick anybody out, but I was getting really frustrated with the whole situation once I started seeing that people in the league, like new members, could potentially see this drama and assume that that's all we are, and that's not the case at all.
Yeah, and I actually agree with that because I don't know. Well, I know that Chainsaw knows this, but Demon, I don't know if you know this. One of the newer members actually made a post about it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Basically saying like,
oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, I really don't remember who did it, but it was basically one of the newer members and basically saying like, his first day on the league and this is what happened. Nothing was said like that. It was just a post saying that, but yeah, that's where Chainsaw is coming from on that.
Yeah.
No, I understand, and that's why I deleted all my comments. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but before Chainsaw deleted the post, I tried to delete all my comments because I thought, you know what, I shouldn't even respond because I don't want to paint the picture that this radio show is going to be a negative one. So I was like, you know what, maybe I should just remain silent and just let nature take its course.
Right.
You get me? So that's what I was trying to do. So that's why I deleted. And I was actually glad not only that you deleted Billy's post, but that you deleted my post too, because then it shows that everything was neutral again, and I actually supported that. And speaking of posts, I actually commented today when Billy said that he was going to be back on board with support of the Reactor Radio. I commented down below and I was like, ooh, does that mean that we're going to have the epic Billy Lawrence as the guest host?
I saw that.
And he liked it. He liked it. So I'm assuming that maybe Billy Lawrence might be a future guest host. So
I hope so.
About that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he is.
All right, Chainsaw. Now, let's segue into other conversations, man. So I noticed that you joined YouTube, or your channel right now was created October 24th, 2014.
Yes.
I'm sure that I just want to know, like, what influenced you into creating or to becoming Chainsaw Reacts? Like, what created this channel? If you know what I mean, like what really?
What inspired the Chainsaw Reacts?
Yes, exactly.
What inspired the legend or the failure? I got it. Okay. So I discovered reactions, I think, in the summer of 2014, and I was still on my old channel where I review music, and I discovered reactions, and I discovered Akasan. That was the guy that it sticks in my head to this day. He is the main guy that I discovered, and I just said, okay, I'm going to try this, because on my birthday, like 2 days before I created that channel, on my birthday, the Avengers Age of Ultron teaser trailer, the first one, leaked online. They released it online. And I said, screw it, I'm going to try a reaction on my old channel. So I did. There was no picture-in-picture, no special editing. It was just me sitting there, and you hear the audio blasting in my face.
Okay.
And I really liked it. I'm like, oh, okay, because I got over 1,000 views within a day, and then I got a ton of people commenting saying, yeah, I really love this trailer, and people were really excited, and I got a lot of feedback from people, and I'm like, okay, because originally, before I made that channel, I was going to quit YouTube altogether in December 2014 and be done, and then I created this channel, and then I quit the old one in December, and I created this, and I've been trucking along and failing at it every single day since.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I mean, I wouldn't exactly call you a failure, though. I mean, because actually, Chainsaw, to be honest, man, you're actually one of the ones that I used to watch before I ever created my channel. So in my eyes, you are definitely one of the ones that influenced me to do what I do, among many others like Akasan, who I had the privilege of meeting in person. Yes, yeah. And he knew exactly who I was, and oh my god, that warmed my heart so much. But yeah, man, like I wouldn't exactly call you, like, honestly, YouTube will always have ups and downs.
Always.
No matter what. You know, so I wouldn't exactly say that you've succeeded or failed in any way. I just think you had ups and downs, to be honest.
I was going to say the same thing. Like, everybody has ups and downs, but I do not see you as a failure at all, especially ever since, I think, what was it on the news? I think it was on the news. TV. And you was on TV for one of the reactors.
I remember that.
You remember that, right?
That was way before I created my channel.
That was such an epic moment.
I saw that. I was like, oh, snap, that's Chainsaw. I was like, what is he doing on TV?
I got contacted on Twitter, and someone sent me the video of where it was in like a Las Vegas local news station that showed me. And then I was contacted. I was on Polygon's website as a top 5 reactions to that trailer. And then amongst the 5 people, they added in Daisy Ridley's Instagram reaction, Ray, and then John Boyega's Finn reaction on his channel. But I was number 1 at the very top when they started listing people down. And then a couple days later, some Entertainment Tonight or whatever show, it was like a news segment where they covered all the Star Wars stuff, and they were covering J.J. Abrams and all this stuff back when that trailer, and they showed clips of reactions, and boom, I was there again. I'm like, holy crap.
Yes. I remember that.
Yeah.
Now, Chainsaw, I just kind of want to segue into another question here, because this is actually a question by hold on, let me see. Sorry.
Wait, Demon, are you going into the lead questions?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Before you get into that, I actually want to ask a question. Like, I was gonna segue
Okay, no,
into
go
that.
for it.
All right,
Go
so
for it.
my question to you, Chainsaw, is
Uh-oh.
okay, so for those of you that are listening, Chainsaw is one of the creators for the Reactors League. So
Yes.
I want you to talk about that a little bit. Like, explain to the fans who don't know exactly what the Reactors League is and what made you create that.
You know what? I always wanted to know what was the originality of the Reactors League. So yeah.
The story is more interesting than you think. It's not like where I was sitting with another reactor and went, let's create this thing. This is a very odd situation. So essentially, I came into the mix after it was already created, to be completely honest with you.
Really?
Really?
Yes, because
What?
I did not know
okay,
that.
let me explain this as a little bit of back history here, some story. So I was invited into a Google Hangout with a bunch of other reactors who most of them are in the Reactors League today. And I was
Okay.
invited in by somebody else, and I was there with a bunch of people. I met a bunch of people. Then I learned about this thing where back then it was just a Facebook Messenger group chat. Like, that's all it was. Everyone was in this 20 plus people in a group chat on Facebook Messenger, and that's all it was. And the creator of it, I had to learn through this because there was a little bit of drama with someone else claiming they started it, and then another person saying that they helped create it. The original person was John the Knight. He is the original guy that created this whole thing. Yeah, so we had the Facebook Messenger group, and we were doing that, and I noticed after a while that we were adding in more people once people started like, hey, join this Facebook group chat that we have. And then it got to a point where literally you couldn't talk without messages keep flying by. So what you say completely gets ignored by everybody else because there's 5 more messages that popped up immediately as you post yours in the chat. So I went to John the Knight and said, dude, we need to make a Facebook group. And it's a place for all of us to be inside, a closed thing, no fans, just us. And he says, yeah. So I created it off my own Facebook account. So it's attached to my account as the creator of it.
Okay.
And slowly over time, John the Knight, he's still active on YouTube, as you can see, on Twitter and stuff and Facebook, but he is no longer he's no longer really associated with the league anymore. And it's basically became mine. And I really didn't want to become the leader. That was never my plan. I was just like throwing out ideas, and essentially I run it, I guess, because he's still an admin. You can check. He's still in the league, but I've tried to contact him and he's not really contacted back, but I'm not going to force him to do anything. You know,
Right.
He created a very cool thing, and I'm trying my best to keep it alive. That's basically what it is. But I really wish I could give you the answer of why it was created. I think the main reason is because John had a great idea of he wanted to meet other people that do the same thing that he does, and it's a great idea. I just basically added on to it. Is what I did. Yeah.
Yeah, because I noticed I haven't been in the Reactors League that long. I've only been in there for I don't even think a year. Just 6 to 7 months, I think, total.
Yeah, you were one of the first new people once we created the group, from what I remember. Because for a while when we created that group,
I haven't been on YouTube for more than a year.
Well, a lot of people that were included into the league, into the group, were literally people from that chat, and we barely got any new people in because we weren't, going around at a point.
Was Mamba in that chat before?
No, she was not in the chat. She was added into the league, and I guess she deleted her Facebook, but
okay, because she was in the league before I was, so that's why I'm asking.
Yes, someone contacted her.
Oh,
from what I remember. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because what I wanted to say was, the short time that I've been in the league, one thing that I've noticed as you as the lead admin is that it's very, very hard to run this page, man, because there's so many diverse, respectfully, so many diverse opinions, and things could go wrong with just someone just voicing their opinion so quickly.
That's so very true.
As we saw last week.
As we saw last week. Mm-hmm. So I guess the question that I want to ask before we segue into the other questions that were asked is, how do you keep your sanity as the main lead admin, man? Like, because it's something I always question. Like, how does Chainsaw do it? Like,
I don't know how I do it. Honestly and truthfully, the most part, everyone in the league has been very respectful and understands the rules. There's been a couple of times where people break the rules, which have been there since day one. But other than that, I mean, I've never really had a moment where I felt like all hell was breaking loose. This group is going to hell. There's no way to fix it. I mean, I appointed Anthony Knight here. I appointed Alex as an admin. This
congratulations to Torch Boy for recently becoming an admin.
Yes.
Round of applause, man.
I talked to him about a week and a half ago before we launched the channel, and I let him know that I was going to appoint him, and he got really excited, which I should have took as a bad sign because he got really excited with the fact that he's going to get power. But I don't think we've never had an issue that I couldn't fix or that I couldn't handle. Because I'm very cautious of who I let in the league in general, because if I just allowed anybody and everybody that have requested to join, whether they've responded to my messages saying I need a link to your YouTube channel, then yes, we would be in absolute chaos. I thoroughly go through people's channels. I look at everything. I look at a lot of different things from their channels before I allow them in, and I have discussions with most of them. Like most of the people that have been included in the league ever since we launched publicly with the channel, I've had some pretty extensive conversations with most of them, explaining what the YouTube channel is all about, what this group is all about, because a lot of them surprisingly had no idea the Reactors League was even a thing. They thought that literally the channel was the start of this thing. Like, no, we've been around for over a year. They're like, oh. I'm like, yeah, we've been around.
That's true. And Demon, just so that you know, like, as an admin to the group, like, I get to see all the requests for people trying to get into the group, and and I can tell you that the requests are pretty much daily now, and it's at least 2 to 3 requests daily, bare minimum.
You know, honestly, Chainsaw, I just want to say, you know, with that being said, I just want to say that I very, very much respect the fact that you do heavy research on channels before you let just anybody in, because like, to be honest, I wouldn't want anybody to get in, to be honest. Like
yeah, there are certain reactors, not to go into detailed names, like they've never requested to join, but there are some reactors that I personally would never let in, and maybe that's just a personal thing for me, but I have found reasons why I would never let them in to begin with, because I've discovered reactors, and to me, they are the reasoning of me going laser reactor, over the top reactor, opportunist reactor, which was coined by Shay, obviously, but there are some reactors that I think are the definition of that. And if they ever requested to join, nope, automatic decline. I actually had to automatic decline somebody 4 different times, and Tortured Boy even pointed this out. I saw someone request and they immediately got removed. I'm like, because I've already removed this person twice, and they keep requesting, and they don't understand they have been declined.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because of the lazy reaction category. So it is what it is.
Well, you know, let me ask a question, because this is actually a question that was not listed, and this is something that I think you should touch on too, is what do you think of the community as a whole? Like, I think you should tell the viewers exactly your output on the whole Reactor-verse. You know what I mean? Exactly.
The whole Reactor-verse, the whole reacting community, on the surface, it's in utter disgust. I'm utterly disgusted sometimes with this community. Not everybody, but if you generalize it, there are so many people that are ruining this community. That are literally making it to where we are trash. Okay, I did, because I'm a fanboy, I'll be honest, Metallica. New song came out for Metallica. Oh, fuck. Yeah. I freaked out. I love that track. there was one particular comment that got to me, and it not in a sense of a personal, but like, this is the definition of this is what I'm talking about. This person said, another, in quotes, react parasite.
Oh, I think I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then my comment back to that was, this react, in quotes, channel has been around before 90% of the people you see today doing it. I am not a react parasite. I wasn't created by watching 10 other channels that were created just for views.
Right.
That is not the case. It just proves my point that we are looked upon as a shitty community, a bad community, a worthless community. I mean, there was a guy, I even posted it in the Reactors League Facebook group, of someone saying that reactors need to die. That because we're quit reacting. Everyone should stop. Like, all reactors should stop breathing. Like, that was his response to me making a video, that I should stop breathing because I'm talking about something I like. It's stupid.
And you know what I noticed too, for the short time that I've been a reactor too, now that we're going to touch on this, is that I noticed that, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to be blunt. Fake lazy reactors, they get so much love from the fans.
Yeah.
But us, the people who work hard every day, who may not upload on a constant basis, who may not upload like crazy, you know, because we're working on our own personal projects for them, for some insane reason, we're always getting hate comments our way. I've noticed that. And
there are hate comments on those people too, but I noticed this as well. They're not there the next time you go back to that channel. They're deleted. The majority of hate comments are deleted by most of those channels. They want people that are going to their videos, who are like people who've never discovered them, to look in the comment section and see positive, positivity. Now, if someone says I should die, more likely I'll delete the video. Unless I respond to it, then I want people to see my response. But I mean, if people want to criticize, go ahead. But if you step over a line of like, well, I think you should kill yourself, you're deleted. So yeah, those channels, they get a lot of love, yes, because they upload on a daily basis, and they upload the generic top 10 bullshit Vine compilations crap, which is fine for a try not to laugh situation where they throw in those different types of videos. But if you're constantly reacting to Vine compilations and best of Vines of the month, and
that's why I personally stay away from those kind of things, because I feel the exact same way.
Yeah, it's too easy. It's too easy.
I mean, I actually almost ran into that problem when I first started, because I started reacting to a lot of Pentatonics videos, and I love Pentatonics as the group. Don't get me wrong, they're very talented individuals. But when their fans just kept requesting over and over and over again, I noticed that slowly my channel was starting to become a Pentatonics channel. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I was like, this is not what I wanted my channel to be. So I kind of like swerved away from. I mean, every once in a great while, I'll still react to certain requests, but I'm very careful now, because I don't want. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of real reactors are very careful to not turn their channel into something that they don't want it to be.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like, you have to do that, because when I first started off, you know, I did like, you know, a music video here and there, or I did K-pop. But it's like, when you do things like that, you have the fans that constantly keep asking you to do it, and then, like you said, your channel ends up becoming like a music video reaction kind of channel. And I didn't want to do that, so I literally had to just like stop it altogether. But
yeah, I mean, like I said, it's
you gotta, like you said, you have to you have to switch it up. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, that being said, with that, with all that addressed, I think we should ask some questions from the Reactors League. The Real Wheeze asked, why are reactions important to the YouTube community, and why are they important to big companies like the movie industry?
Interesting question. I think that
I thought that was the best question.
That's pretty good. I mean, especially the second part about movie industry. I think movie studios. I don't think they embrace us. I think that they accept us and understand what we do as a marketing tool because it's free marketing. Because people can go watch a trailer and they get to comment on that trailer. But then they get to see somebody watching it for the first time and give their opinions if they're a good reactor, give opinions after it. Then that person can comment on that reaction and go, I agree with you 100%, or I disagree. I felt like this, and this to the trailer. And it causes conversation. And it's free marketing. It's just we're taking the trailer, we're watching it, and people get to see it, and then they get to interact with other people. And it's a whole nother way to market the film. And sometimes movie studios will, of course, third-party claim where they put ads on the video because it's their content, it's their trailer, so understandable. But other times studios don't do that. So it's movie. I think the movie industry accepts us for what we're doing. Why is it important for the community? I think that it's another brand of entertainment. It's a whole new thing because before reactions were people reacting to Two Girls, One Cup or disgusting beheading videos.
I agree with that.
It's really grown to something else because before that was entertainment to watch someone freak out and like to watch something disgusting. Now when you think of a reaction channel, you think of somebody who's watching a video for the first time and giving their honest opinion, their honest reaction, and then you get to conversate with that person and you get to discover people that like the same stuff as you because there's so many different types of reactors that react to so many different types of stuff. I think it's important for that because there are people that out there that don't really connect with a lot of people publicly in their personal life about the same stuff they like, so they can go on YouTube and find someone who reacts to a TV show they love. Then they can go connect with that person, and then it rabbit trails off to other people that do the same thing.
That is so true.
Yeah, that's why I think it's important.
And you know what else I noticed too is that it also benefits us as reactors too. Like for example, Brianna from Fandom Reaction, shout out to her, was recently included in a compilation promoted by a big company, I think, for a TV show, I think, of reactors who react to certain TV shows and stuff. So it also helps us gain certain type of promotion as well. You know what I mean? So it really helps. It not only helps a lot of movie and TV series, but it also helps us as reactors as well.
That's very true. And it's like looking at it from a fan's perspective, because like I tell my fans all the time, I used to be one of y'all before I created a channel.
Well, I think we all did.
So like I always try to look at things from a fan's perspective, and I feel like with them, you know, it's like showing your friend a trailer that you just saw because you want to see if they get as hype as you do. Like say for instance,
exactly.
Like with the I'll use Civil War for example. With the Civil War trailer, you know, you'll watch it, you'll get excited, you'll get hyped, and you know, you may call up your friend and be like, "Yo, did you just see the new Civil War trailer?" A lot of the fans look at reactors like that. Like they look like, oh shit, I wonder, you know, if so and so saw the new Civil War trailer. Let me go see if they saw it. Oh shit, they saw it. Let me watch his reaction. So that's why, like,
I'm gonna be honest. I actually agree where you're coming from, and honestly, I'm such like for example when Civil War came out. I'm gonna be honest. I called Josiah right away, and I actually forced him to give me his audio reaction to Civil War. I do that type of stuff with my friends because it's like I have to know what they think. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's why I love reaction videos. And I swear, like when the trailer like Star Wars or Civil War, or like I'm not so much into DC, y'all know that, but like a big trailer like that pops on the scene, or like Jason Bourne, for example. I scroll through everybody's channel, everybody's, and I have to see what they think about it, man. And so you're right, it's all about, you know, connecting with other people, you know.
Exactly.
And to also, before we continue on, I do also want to mention, we talk about movies, television, like studios and companies, they also like us too because we we were allowed to upload a certain amount of time of like footage from their shows onto YouTube, and they allow it. Like, there's obviously guidelines. Like HBO is notorious for like, if you use over 10 minutes, we will block your video. But if you make your video under 10 minutes, HBO will not stop you if you react to Game of Thrones. They embrace what we do because they have a guideline set up to where, okay, you're allowed to, and they don't care if you do it because I think they want it. And I think that with these other shows like the DC shows and even the Netflix stuff with Stranger Things, that's been popping up on YouTube all the time now.
I've noticed
Things
that.
Reactions. I mean, they accept us for what we do. I mean, we're obviously given guidelines. We can't upload entire episode reactions, but I mean, I love the fact that we are accepted. I mean, we do have guidelines, but we are accepted for what we do on YouTube. And I think that they like that we do it because it gets the word out about these shows. I think it helps.
Exactly. And going off of what you just said, there's a YouTube channel called Rooster Teeth. Shout out to Rooster Teeth. They love reactions. Like whether people do reactions to whatever shows that they have going on, because they have like a lot of animated shows. One of their biggest ones is Red versus Blue, and then I think the next biggest one is Ruby.
Yeah.
You know, and like myself with a Tortured Boy and Lemuel Sonnevel and a few others in the league, like we all love Ruby, and they love to see reactors react to it. For example, there's a reactor out there who pretty much does reactions strictly to Ruby, and his name that's Murder of Birds. Now, I have to get back in contact with him because I've been trying to get him into the league actually. But he like Rooster Teeth, like that whole crew that makes the Ruby animated show for YouTube, they got in contact with him and asked for his address, sent him a USB drive with their reaction to his reaction.
Wow.
Bruh. And you know what?
It would like, when I tell you it blew his mind, like he watched it and then made a video because he didn't know what it was and he couldn't stop watching it, and then he made a video basically telling his fans like, yo, this is what they did. Not only did they give him their reaction, because he uploaded it on his channel just to show his fans what their reaction to his reaction was, but not only did they send him that, they sent him limited t-shirts and just merchandise with Ruby. And it just goes to show you that a lot of people love, reactions.
Yeah,
they do, man. And to touch up on that a little bit before we continue, what I really wanted to say, and this will actually tie into what we're talking about right here. This opens doors. Reactions actually, like, it opens doors to bigger possibilities.
Yes.
That's what I've noticed. Like, for example, a prime example, Tyrone Magnus is good friends with the Russo brothers.
Yes.
Bruh. If that doesn't display, like, what the possibilities are, like, for us to enter into the entertainment field.
Exactly.
Like, this could open so many doors and benefits. This could make all of our dreams come true, basically.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because he also had that interview with NBC, I believe.
Yeah.
And him and Greg Alba, they went on Schmo's Nose, which is, big. So I'm like,
big movie reviewing channel.
A huge movie reviewing channel. So I'm agreeing with what you said. Like, it opens up possibilities.
You know what? I'll give you another prime example. I'm Dante. When he did one of his roasts, he actually got the voice of Honest Trailers to do the trailer to his roast.
Yes, I remember that.
Dude, when he did that, I was like, how? How? Like, how did you pull that off? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is. Reactions is the Reactorverse. If done right, could open so many doors to YouTubers, man, and help us climb that next step and catapult us into bigger possibilities, man.
Yes, I agree with that 100%.
All right, man. So let's move on to the next question. Mark, Wayne wants to know, what is your favorite and least thing? What is your favorite and least favorite thing about reacting?
My favorite thing is the interaction with other people, whether it's a fan or another reactor over anything. Like the group is a prime example. You post a video, you post a post that you write out something, and then people go 100% agree, I love this, all this kind of stuff. And I just love interacting with people that either agree or disagree with me, but I just love the interaction and hearing feedback from people when I upload videos. The least favorite obviously has to be the same thing, where people comment the "I hope you die" situations.
Yeah, all the negativity.
Yeah, all the negativity. But I mean, the positivity obviously outweighs the negativity. But my least favorite thing is just like waking up or randomly checking my comment section on the video manager and just seeing someone that just wants me to die, or they call me names or something. It's just like, really? Like, is that all? Do you think that was a smart idea? Like, I'm going to allow that? Or you think you're so high and mighty on your pedestal in your basement and you're going to comment?
You know, there's something I want to touch on that, to add on to that. I always find it funny that the hate comments, at least on my channel, whenever someone posts a hate comment, I always go to their channel like right off the bat before if I even respond.
Yeah.
And I swear, 95% of the time, these are people who don't have no content whatsoever.
Yes.
Who try to criticize how I do my content. It's like, boy, why don't you try doing something with your channel before criticizing someone else?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
I gotta tell you a story. If we're gonna get into this negativity attack, I gotta tell you the story of one particular comment I got that really blew my mind. Essentially, I got a comment, and I'm not gonna repeat what it all says, because the person does say the N-word. And it made no sense to me. Literally, the comment was, "You should go fucking die, you blank blank blank," and then they put the N-word in it, and then they kept calling me like names like cocksucker, N-word. It was weird. Like, why would you throw? I don't understand. I went to the channel, and it said like the channel had a couple of subscribers, and I went to the channel. Dude, it was a 12 to 13 white girl that doesn't speak English that makes random videos of her and her little sister, who's like 4 or 5 or 6.
Wow.
My mind was blown, and I didn't believe it. I thought, okay, no, I must have clicked on the wrong channel. I go back to the comment and re-click, and I watch one of the videos, and it's literally a girl not speaking English talking to her non-speaking English little girl, and they're both white, and they're just acting like little sisters. It's weird. I was so confused.
What?
That's crazy.
I know, man. I know.
That is crazy. And what if they don't speak English? First of all, how are they posting that? And second of all, why are they posting that? They are 6 to 7 years old.
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, bruh.
Wow.
All right. Well, let's not touch too much on the negative comments, man.
All right. I actually got a question.
But
I got a question.
Joseph?
Yeah, I was just about to read Joseph's question. So Joseph Harding asked a question. The first one we already touched on, because he asked what made you start up the channel. Well, start up the group in the channel. But his second question is, what plans do you have for it in the future? Now, I'm not sure if he's talking about the group. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's talking about the group or your channel. So if you want, I guess you could answer both.
Yeah, please touch on both.
I think the question, from what I understood when I read it, when he commented, it was about the channel, not mine.
Okay.
For the group, I mean, mainly it's just to keep it from not exploding and dying. The channel, I would love to get to a point where I literally don't have to worry every single day if we're getting new content. That is my biggest worry about it. But I mean, mainly it's to keep adding variety. I mean, we have a video. I don't know when it's going to be coming, but there is a Cards Against Humanity game that a bunch of reactors got together and did and played.
I think I saw that.
I saw
some
post
comments
about that.
Yeah, they made like a 1 minute preview, and it's them playing Cards Against Humanity on Steam or something, and it's audio, and there's a couple of different reactors in it, so it's not just like 2 or 3, it's like 4 or 5, 6. So that's interesting. And then I was contacted today by Deke the One, and he was saying that he was wanting to make a guess the reactor's age number 3, and where basically he takes a photo and he runs it through some kind of thing and it guesses their age, and then a reactor sends in their reaction to the thing saying their age.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He wanted to make a third one, and then he wants to, after it's done, he wants to take out all of the people in the first 2 and the third one that are league members and give it to me as a video for the channel to upload.
Hey.
Yeah. And I think it's cool to have this type of variety. And yes, we do have quite a bit of dual collabs on there, but that's the easiest to do because all I need is 2 different people watching the same video and giving me the files or editing them themselves and just give it to me and I can just upload it. But the plan is right now is just to try to keep adding more variety to it. That's the main goal for the channel in terms of future. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Right,
Cool. What about your channel? Like, what are your ultimate goals for your channel personally for Chainsaw Reacts?
Just to keep it interesting. Keep it from not going stale. Like, that's my big worry, because for a while it got to a point where I was reacting every Sunday or every Saturday or Sunday. You would get a character voice comparison reaction where you take a character, Green Goblin, get all the different voices throughout the years of that character. They put it in one video and I do a thumbs up for the voice, thumbs down if I don't. Anthony Knight knows about this because we did a collab with it for Darkseid, which was amazing. That was a really good one. But it got to a point where I think people were just assuming that that's going to be happening every weekend. And I don't want people to just keep guessing and just assuming what's going to happen on the channel. I just want to keep it coming like other channels. That's my biggest worry, is that people are just going to view my channel as, oh, it's just like so-and-so's channel. The person, he just does the same stuff all the time. I try to find different stuff that I can react to that is not so out of the norm that people feel uncomfortable, but out of the norm enough for me to feel like I'm doing something a little bit different. That's where I came across the Batman Arkham Knight bat suits videos, where it's like the same mini scene in Batman Arkham Knight repeated over and over and over with different bat suits, DLC suits, and it's something different to do. It's Batman, but it's a different type of video to react to. That's really what it is. It's just to keep it
keep it fresh.
Yes, fresh, just like Subway says.
That's perfect.
All right, so Anthony, if there's anything you want to touch up on, I'm going to be asking another question. Is there anything you want to touch up on?
He pretty much hit everything right on the head.
All right, cool. So, Humanoid Freak wants to know, how did you come up with the name Chainsaw React, and why not Jordan Reacts?
Well, in 2009, I made Chainsaw Gears 12 YouTube channel, which was my Xbox Live gamer tag at the time. It's no longer that. And I started reviewing music on that channel 3 years later in 2012. I started doing videos consistently. And it got to a point where I hated that name, because I hated Gears and 12 at the end of it. Because a friend of mine on Xbox Live would call me Chainsaw. Like, instead of me said Chainsaw Gears 12, he'd say Chainsaw. And then I'm like, okay. So YouTube came out with a policy to where you can change the name of your channel. It doesn't have to be the name you created. You can now change it. So I changed it to Chainsaw, and then I was still Chainsaw for like 2 more months after before I was quitting when I made the Chainsaw Reacts channel. So I said, well, I don't play a character. I'm not someone who's pretending to be somebody I'm not on this chainsaw reviewing metal music channel.
Mm-hmm.
To all the fans, I said, look, this is going to be me not reviewing music, but this is going to be reviewing and watching videos. So all this stuff I love, you're going to see on that channel. It's just not going to be in the review format you're expecting, where I'm reviewing and critiquing music. I'm reviewing and critiquing trailers and TV shows and all this kind of stuff that I want to do. So I just said Chainsaw Reaction just makes sense because it's just me. Just continuation, just add the react again. And back then, this was not the norm, because now everyone's something reacts, something reacts, something reacts.
I've noticed that.
Yeah. You were one of the originals.
Yes, because back then, if you tried to look up a reaction channel, you might come across 10 to 15 people that were consistently doing it. Because back then, it was more of reactions and not reactors. The difference is reactions are people that randomly upload videos once a month, once a couple of months. There wasn't a lot of reactors who did it consistently. That was that was back then when I started. Right. There was a big difference back then, but now it's just it's so much. So much.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I think we pretty much touched up on all the questions. Now it's basically freestyle, basically.
No
all right. So my question.
Yep.
Who is your favorite reactor and why?
Oh boy. I'll be honest with you. I don't have a favorite reactor, and I'll tell you why. Number one, I don't like putting people in list. I don't like it. I don't like thinking someone is better than someone else.
Understandable.
I see it as this. I love J Roar's reactions because he is a diehard DC fan, and he literally cries in 90% of his DC reactions.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He literally cries.
I love it because he is a DC fan. I love watching anybody that I respect, whether it's Anthony or Demon in here, or whether it's out there like Mark or people, Torture Boy, anybody. I love watching people's reactions to trailers I love to death. I loved watching Anthony Knight's reaction to Spider-Man's reveal in the Civil War trailer.
Thank you.
I love watching everybody's reaction to when Wolverine reveal in the X-Men Apocalypse, the little 3 call, that thing, and people freaked out.
Did you see my reaction to Darth Vader's reveal in the new Rogue One trailer? Yes. Dude, I literally jumped out of my seat. I lost my mind, bruh. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Once a trailer drops, man, I literally go to mostly anybody. Like, I literally will type in the trailer name, reaction, and just go through and click on the people that I know, and I want to see their reaction to a particular part.
So you're like me. You go through every channel.
I do, and also a little hint, a little behind the scenes thing. This is also a great way back then, before we were public, for me to find new people to add into the league. It was also a great way, because once a big trailer drops, so many people were putting out their videos. It's very easy to find new people.
That's very true.
But there is also a flip side. I do want to be honest and mention. The reason why, and I've been asked this a couple of times by fans, and I think a couple of reactors who, I don't know if they're in the league or not, I can't remember because it was in so long ago, but I've been asked, why am I not subscribed to a lot of reactors in general? And the reasoning why is not because I don't respect them or I don't like them. It's because I know how a lot of people work, and they work kind of like me. If a big video comes out that day, they're going to post it immediately or that day.
Right.
So if I get home and look at my subscription feed and there are 25, 30 plus reactions to the same trailer, I'm going to kill myself. It's too much. So to me, I don't subscribe to people because of the fact that I don't want to get to the point where I hate looking at other reactions. I love reactions, but if I'm subscribed to everybody that I like to watch from time to time when big stuff drops and just in general, I won't respect the art form, as I call it, anymore. I won't see it in the same light because I'm getting so frustrated waking up and seeing a reaction to the same trailer over and over and over. I'd rather look at it on my own time rather than just seeing it thrown in my face. Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from. I mean, to be honest, like I know that there's a lot of reactors that I've looked up to that I know watches my reactions, but they're not sub to me. And actually, like, now that you point that out, I can actually see the good thing in that, because that just shows that we don't have to literally subscribe to every single reactor to support them. You know what I mean? We could still have respect and support them and, you know, promote them in our own little way. We don't have to necessarily do the sub for sub or anything like that, man.
Right.
So I respect you for that, Shane. Yeah. I respect you for that a lot, man.
Definitely.
Thanks.
Anything, like I said, this is freestyle now. So Anthony, anything you want to say whatsoever, man, go for it.
I have a question, and I'm not sure if this is going to be a more difficult question or not.
Well, knowing you, it will be.
Okay, so with this, I understand that what I'm about to ask, this is something that happened a while ago, so you don't have to like get into any details because I don't want to rekindle something that's already kind of finished. But for our host that is not here, for J-Rock that's not here.
Oh, yeah, I really want to touch up on this too.
Now, I believe, I know that he was a part of the league, and then he left the league.
Yes.
And I'm not sure exactly what happened, and like I said, you don't have to get into details, because I think all of that happened right when I came in.
Mm-hmm.
But I've noticed that when fans found out that you were going to be on the show and that J-Rock is a host, and like a lot of them were asking, is there an issue between the two of y'all? So my question, a lot of
people were assuming that there was going to be conflict.
Yeah. So
hashtag drama alert.
Exactly. So I guess my question to you is there an issue or any beef or any problems between you and J-Rock for whatever went down in the league when he was a part of it?
Actually, you know, there wasn't any issues until after he left, from what I remember, because from what I remember, he was added into the league. I don't remember who added him in. I think it might have been John. It might have been John the Knight. I don't think I did. I can't remember honestly, but from what I remember, he wasn't very active when he was added in, and then he left. Like there wasn't like I kicked him out. Like all of a sudden, I realized the number's down. Someone left, because this was back when we barely added people in, so I knew when the number went down.
Okay.
And I realized after a couple of days that it was him. Well, I can't remember if someone posted it in the group chat, the Facebook chat, because I think back then we were still using it. Then I was notified by somebody that he made a diss track video or whatever, where he basically called out the league in a track and said, and I listened to it and I watched it, where he basically was saying that we only care about our own, like basically saying that anybody who's not a part of us is nothing. Like it sounded like he was saying that we only care about people in the league and everyone else can go fuck off. It sounded like that's what he was implying.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there going like, I've never really had a conversation with you. I don't really know what your issue is. And I kind of learned that the reason why he left is because he doesn't like the superhero shit. He doesn't like a lot of the stuff we were talking about in the group. And I'm not saying that he's wrong. I mean, if you don't like that stuff, then you don't. I mean, you know, I know that Ryan here has asked a couple times that he feels like this group is more of a superhero group and we're not diverse enough in our topics.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I completely agree with that. I do. And I like the fact that you like the logo, which is not superhero oriented.
Yes, the new logo is something fresh, man. And I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, oh, that is so killer.
So I don't have an issue with J-Rock, because I talked to you, Ryan, about it, and you said that he was he doesn't have any ill feelings. And I heard him on the first episode, praise what we did and the channel launch and all that. I don't have an issue with him. I don't.
Okay.
I never really had a conversation with him at all. So any of these rumors that he left because I kicked him or something, or he left because he had an issue with me, that's not true. As far as I know, I never said anything to him from what I remember.
Okay. And I do want to make it clear though, as far as the so-called diss, even though that there might be some truth to his point of view in that verse, you know what I mean? The overall diss tracks that he makes are mainly just for fun, mainly just for jokes and giggles. I mean, because he did diss me too in one of his diss tracks. I don't know if you guys caught on to, I think it was his part 4. He said something like, "Demon killer kill demons." Nope. Does he live with his fiance? No. But will she look like Beyonce? Yep. So like he did kind of throw shots my way too. So I just want to make it clear to the audience that, just because he mentioned the league, we shouldn't take it too personally, because it was overall just a joke, even though there might be some truth to his point of view. Does that make sense?
I don't have an issue with people having different opinions about the league. I mean, the league isn't for everybody, and that's not including people that will never get in. There's just some people that won't gel with the league and won't really agree with a lot of the things we agree with.
That's true.
It's understandable.
There's even league members like myself who are in the league. We still support the league overall. I still support the league overall. I love the Facebook page, and you will not see me leave anytime soon. But you could still disagree with some of the things and do it respectfully too. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Like you don't have to necessarily just chuck the deuces up out of nowhere, or just stop supporting the league simply because there are some things that you may not always agree with. Like Chainsaw said, man, I have told him in the past that I really don't like how the league does promote superheroes more than they do the Reactorverse all the time.
You're just a hater. That's what you are. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, wow. I'm a hater, but I'm a Marvel fan. I'm a Marvel fan, though. Marvel.
I mean, the thing is, though, is I've been in contact with a couple of people privately about their differing in opinions about what we do and how they feel differently. And I mean, I won't say specifically who it was, but there was someone a couple weeks back that was a little frustrated with at a time where a lot of people were commenting negative stuff, not just about other reaction channels, but about comments and attacks they get, and they're basically venting their frustration in the group. And the person was just getting a little frustrated that's all that was being posted the last couple of days, was just a lot of negative stuff. And I explained, look, I can't control every single person. I can't control anybody, really. Like, if you're going to post something and you want to say something, I want you to say it. But if you have a problem with what's happening in the league in terms of people or post or what's being said, come talk to me. I want to hear your differing in opinion. I'm not going to just say, well, this is my opinion and it's going to stick. If you have a differing opinion, come to me. Talk. You know
what I noticed, Chainsaw, too, is that you actually respect everybody's diverse opinions too.
Yes,
I've noticed, and I respect that so much. Like you're so unbiased. You know what I mean, and so open to everybody's point of view. And I respect that so much about you, Chainsaw.
Yes, same here.
Thank you. That's right. I mean,
well,
I've gotten some comments about stuff, and I'm just like, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know if we should really do that. But I'm not completely kicking somebody out, like going like, no, that's never going to happen. But I mean, if you give me a good argument about why we should do something, I'm up for it. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I'm not a really big fan of Try Not to Laugh videos. I've done maybe only a handful ever.
Yeah, same here.
It was brought up to me by Incredible Greek, and he said that he would like to have a thing where we take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people react to the same Try Not to Laugh video, and we already have one up, and that was his idea to do that. And I said it's not 100% me. But look, people like that stuff. If we can do it and make it a little bit more interesting than just someone sitting there like a blank face, we have some more things going on in the video. I'm all for it, and so we've done it, and so far it's worked. So
turned out great. Yeah, man.
Nice.
And the Reactors League channel has like 1,000 something subscribers now, huh? Already? How long has it been up? Just for like a week, right?
It's officially been up a full week today. Yes, as we're recording this podcast. Yes.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
A whole week and already at 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations, Chainsaw and the Reactors League as a whole, man.
Yeah, I mean,
congratulations.
It's definitely not me. It's everybody. Everyone had a part who uploaded that trailer and and people on top of that uploading trailer have been making tweets about it and making videos on top of that about promoting it and putting it in the description saying join the Reactors League, subscribe to the channel. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I didn't ask people to do that, but they've been doing it. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that like as soon as I came back from vacation, like I noticed a lot of people were posting like the trailers. And at first, to be honest with you, I didn't really know what was going on. I was like, wait, what is this? Why does everybody have the same video? And then I was like, oh, this is the trailer that everybody was talking about before I left. So,
yeah, we launched.
Yeah, like that was crazy. Like I was a little upset that I had missed that, but
I honestly didn't even know that you were on vacation. I feel bad because like, oh crap, like if I would have known that, then I maybe would have held it off a little bit.
it's
Yeah,
cool.
Anthony, I've been watching your videos. You were at a nice vacation spot, man. Like,
Yeah, the Punta Cana was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man,
DR was really
it's
cool.
really cool. All right, well, I think we pretty much covered everything, unless Anthony or Chainsaw might want to add something else, touch up on something that you guys may want to talk about.
I don't know. I mean, I think we've covered a lot of stuff.
I was just about to say that we covered a lot.
We have covered quite a bit.
So,
I just love the fact that I honestly do love this idea. I really like the fact that there is you call it a radio show, but it's more like a podcast to me. I mean, it's
kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in general, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's bringing people together. It's having a bunch of different guests and just talking about whatever, covering news or whatever, just shooting the shit, basically.
Yeah,
Basically.
man.
Being honest, yeah.
We just honestly, like, to be honest, this was actually J-Rock's idea, to be honest. He brought it to my attention, and then I brought it to Anthony's. And when I heard it for the first time, I was like, you know what? I'm all about, uniting the community, as well as voicing my opinion as well on certain issues. And I was like, but it would be nice if the fans could get to know reactors on a much more personal level, understand where they're coming from. You know what I mean? And also, it would help unite the community as well, man. It will help us get to know reactors that we've never even heard of before. So,
I agree with that.
So, yeah, man. I love this, man. I'm going to be doing this I'm going to do this if I possibly can, man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have, we're going to have other guests like, Snap 321's going to be on it. Akasan wrote back. He's going to be on it. I know we're going to have, who was it was J-Rock's guest. He has lined up Eegmog, something like that. I don't know who they are, but supposedly they're a popular reacting group, supposedly. So we're going to have them on as well. But,
and there's two other reactors that I actually want to get on here. And I know
Epic Reactor 2 is also lined up too.
Oh yeah, you told me about that today. I know one out of the two is already down for doing it, but I personally haven't spoken to them about it yet. I just know that they made a comment saying that they would like to do it.
Who was that?
I think that was Tortured Boy. He would like to do it.
Oh, Torch Boy definitely has to come on the show.
Yeah, I would love to have him on the show. And I actually just texted this reactor today. He didn't get back in contact with me, but I'm gonna talk to him about it. I really want to have John the Knight on here.
Yeah, we would love to have the Knight on here, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
So I got to get back in contact with him.
Awesome. Well, Chainsaw, listen, man, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. We greatly appreciate it.
Yes, this
We
is
love
awesome.
you, man. We love
No
the
problem.
Reactors League. Congratulations on all your success so far on the Reactors League channel. You're an
Yes.
amazing admin. I support you so much, man.
Thanks, man.
And we hope
Yeah.
to have you on the show again in the future, man.
All right, man. Sounds good.
Yeah, this is definitely awesome. For my first episode of this Reactor Radio, this was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, try not to burn it down to the ground. So we'll try not.
Exactly. I'll try my best.
We'll do our absolute best, man. Well, anyway, to the fans, if you guys like this this podcast or this radio show, make sure you hit the like button, share like crazy, and subscribe, please. We're trying to unite the whole community here. Shout out to Anthony Knight, one of the main hosts, and Chainsaw Reacts. Make sure you go subscribe to make sure you go subscribe to his channel and the Reactors League YouTube channel as well.
Definitely. And also in the comment section, let us know who you would like for us to try to get on the show. And then we will try our best to get in contact with whoever it is you want us to get on the show. Yes, and if you are a reactor, make sure you post your comment down below. We did get several comments and messages from other reactors too, so we are paying attention to your comments and we will get in contact with you.
What breaking news on the podcast. Brianna from Phantom Reactions. I almost said the Reactors League. Well, she's Reactors League. I knew about this before, but she reacted to that trailer that we all made. They came back and they reacted to that trailer, and they're reposting it to their channel later.
Wow. I just saw it in on Facebook.
I'm excited.
Awesome. You know what? That's who else we need to get. We need to get in contact with Brianna. I'm gonna message Brianna. We need to have fandom reactions on here, man.
Well,
definitely.
I was just about to say, do you want to have just Brianna, or you want to have them all?
No, let's try to get them all. Let's try to get because the thing is they could all be with her. Possibly when we do this call, so we could have a chance to talk to all of them. You know what I mean?
That would be perfect.
That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Chainsaw, thank you for stopping by, man. We hope to see you in the future.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, man.
And let's bring this to a close, man.
All right. Anything else you want to say, Chainsaw, before we end this?
Thank you all for supporting the Reactors League YouTube channel, and please support this Reactor Radio. It is a great thing. I really like this idea of bringing on different people each week. So please support this. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to people that are on this thing, that are hosting and then guest spotting. Support the community. Support good reactors.
Yes, definitely. Yes, definitely. All right, guys. This is Demon Killer Scorp, Chainsaw, and Anthony Knight signing off.
Yes.
We love you, Reactorverse. Let's unite the community.
See y'all later.
Peace.